So, Felix Baumgartner, I hope I'm not murdering that last name, in the news. Pretty cool stuff with Red Bull, privately owned company. Flew to the edge of outer space. Our international, I guess, borders with like the Star Wars program, failed Star Wars program, stuff like that. I think they said that 100,000 kilometers was the actual edge of space. But I mean, technically speaking, I mean, there's Earth's atmosphere as far as like 500 kilometers out. So that's another story. But he went 35 kilometers, which isn't even halfway to okay, it doesn't matter. But free falling, cool science stuff. I mean, free falling breaks the sound barrier. Still not technically as fast as a human has traveled. And yeah, I mean, people that do spacewalks, technically speaking, the falling speed of a person that's in orbit, because I mean that's all orbit is a controlled fall, is roughly Mach 27, which was ridiculously fast. So I think the space station, or the outer atmosphere station, is moving at Mach 27. So space junk and crap like that is a real threat out there. It's pretty crazy shit. But I digress. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I mean, this opens up, I mean, obviously Virgin Gotland's that's trying to have his own space, race, make this something that people can actually do. And helium's pretty cool. I mean, I've watched several different programs launch their own helium balloon really high and film it all and try to find their camera afterwards. It's pretty funny. But we'll jump from this to the Curiosity, which is pretty interesting because the Curiosity program was started in 2009, which is really, really good because in 2010, our president charged the administrator of NASA, Eric Bolden, in July of 2010. His primary mission was better relations with the Nation of Islam. And if you guys know anything about the Nation of Islam, it happens to be a religion, a pretty big one. Which, it's funny when you see like religion and science trying to work together, end up like pouting in their own corners and stuff because it just doesn't ever work out right. Which I find really humorous. The point here is, if the U.S. government wanted to go through NASA to put a helium balloon into the stratosphere, it'd probably cost us about $500 billion. And you got Red Bull and you do it for a couple million. It's pretty neat. This is a lot of greasy palms in Red Bull. Fascinating stuff. But where was I going with this? Somewhere smart, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, I just thought that was a neat little tidbit of stuff there. So, Curiosity would not be on Mars had it not been started in 2009. Because if they had tried to do it in 2010, we would, tried to put Muslims on. I'm not exactly sure relations with the Nation of Islam. I'm not really understanding how that correlates with NASA, space and aeronautics, and Islam. Maybe trying to find Allah. Probably lives in space. Maybe that's it. I don't know. You guys tell me.